This is the third video I'm making for this playlist on Joseph Campbell's Hero's Journey. Your very own personal hero's journey. All right? And in the first video, I talked about the hero's journey is really the ancient teaching throughout human history by all peoples all over the planet on human development. And in the second video, I talked about the 5 examples of the harms of people either refuse to get on this endeavor or people who misunderstand the hero's journey or they misuse the hero's journey as an excuse so they don't have to get on the hero's journey of their own personal self-development. And you see, in this video, we're going to be talking about personal development, human development. You see, human development, okay, has not changed throughout human history anywhere in the world. Okay, it goes through the same stages, the same phases. Okay, you go from children, okay, to a teenager, to being a young adult, to being a full adult. All right, and then you reach your golden years. That has not changed. And transitioning from each stage to the next, okay, would require you to do the same inner work, or you'll be stuck at the previous stage. All right, this is called transitioning from children to adult, from childhood to adulthood. There's no any other way about it. You have to go through the transition. There's no not doing it. It's called grow up. If you don't grow up, okay, if you remain a child, you will not be able to feed yourself. Back in ancient times, you died. Right? You need, as an adult, you need to be responsible to yourself, for yourself, about yourself. And as you take on more and more adult responsibility, not only do you need to be responsible to yourself, for yourself, about yourself, you also need to be responsible with other people. All right? Responsible for them. It's called being an adult. It's called being a contributing member of society. Those children in adult bodies, right? They actually have a very low opinion of themselves, which they do not realize. Their view of themselves and of the world is that of children, right? They expect to be taken care of. They expect others to feed them, to clothe them, to provide housing, to create a roof over their heads. Okay, they don't realize how much of a burden they are to other people. Yet they are in fully grown adult human bodies. Right? They have a very low opinion of themselves, and they have positioned themselves extremely low. Much lower than what they should have positioned themselves, which is in the middle, which is as an adult. And they don't think much of themselves. They don't think they should have agency. They should be independent. They're stuck in the stage of dependency of children. They failed to develop into independency, not to mention becoming a pillar of society, having others dependent on them. You're 40 years old. You're 50 years old. Are you still expecting your mother to spoon feed you, to cook for you, to earn money to feed you, to clean up after you, to do your laundry for you? That's something you're going to do for yourself. You're going to earn your own living. You're going to earn your own money. You're going to cook your own food. You're going to run your own lives. Because pretty soon, as you keep on getting older and older and older, okay, you will have to start taking care of your own parents. You see, the harsh reality is parents are older than us, which means parents will die before us for the most part. All right? So after your parents die, how are you going to feed yourself? This is why before your parents pass away, you better learn how to feed yourself. So you will be able to feed yourself after the passing of your parents. Is that simple or is that obvious? And they waste, okay, 99%, 100%, 110% of their energy on lying to themselves. I am perfect. I have no problems. It's all the fault of someone else. My parents, my spouse, my job, my boss, my manager, politicians. It's all the fault of someone else. My neighbors. It's others who are not pampering me. It's others who are not bringing me food for free. It's others who are not supporting me. It's others who are not making my life better and easier and more pleasant. And they mistakenly believe the world should revolve around them. And since the harsh reality is the world does not revolve around them, then they will come to the angry conclusion that the world is upside down. Because reality disagrees with my fantasy. Therefore, reality is wrong. The world is upside down. In a world that's not upside down, I should be the center. There should be no struggle. I shouldn't have to put in any effort, right, to earn my own living, to keep my own fruits of my own labor and do any of this work. And my life should be just pleasure, just being a child, just be playful and enjoy and have fun and be a child. Since I can't be a child, live the life of a child with everything being provided for, being protected by adults, the world is wrong. I'm right. The world is wrong. I'm so angry. And they spend all their energy, keeping up this self-delusion, this self-deception, all right? Any evidence that's contrarian to their mistaken belief, right? They would be attacking it. They will be defending themselves. Their entire energy, their entire body is busy doing this. Not do anything that's productive, that's going to help themselves. And as they get older, they are going to develop health problems because they have all these inner conflicts, and the strength of their body is wasted on attacking reality. Reality is wrong. And they get sick as they get older and older. Not only do they get sick, they also become victims to anyone who is both smart and evil, who's willing to cheat like con scam and fool these people for their benefit, for profit, at the expense of the people who insist on being children. This can be a big business. This can be cheating, lying of a politician. Or this can be a professional scam artist. And every internet scam is based on this phenomenon, this reality, right? It's based on their understanding of these people. So big business will tell you things like, we've all seen TV infomercials. Workout is hard. Exercise takes effort. Introducing my machine. And with my machine, you're gonna build muscle, you're gonna lose weight, you're gonna look like $1,000,000 without any effort. You don't need to sweat, you don't need to work out, you don't need to exercise, you don't need to run, you don't need to lift weight, you don't need to stretch. You just have to give me money and use my machine, and then you will have the perfect body. Sounds like what these people wanted to hear, right? Right. It's 3 easy payments of $999 plus shipping and handling of $99. And then quick, call 1-800 and we'll have this machine delivered to you in no time at all. And then in no time at all, you're going to have the perfect body you have ever wanted. And you wouldn't have to put in any effort. And guess what these people do? They will pull out their credit card and their cell phone and call 1-800 whatever and order this machine and put together and then have it sit in the corner collecting dust. And politicians do the same, and internet scammers do the same. They tell these people sweet hot air, sweet nothing, things that they wanted to hear, not things they needed to hear. All right? At the expense of these people, these adult children, for the profit, for the bank account of the big business, the cheating, lying politician, and the internet scammers. And then what happens to the honest folks who come to truly help these people with good advice, which is not sugar, which sounds harsh to the ear, okay? Here's the truth about truth. The truth will set you free, but the truth is going to hurt your feelings first. So the truth is, hey, you need to grow up. You need to develop adult responsibility. Okay, you need to get on your hero's journey to overcome your ego, your insecurity, and to beat your fear, right? And then to become an adult. And what happens if you try to tell people, you try to help them because you love them, you tell them the honest truth. They'll get angry, and they'll get angry at you. But the truth is, okay, for you to transition from children to adulthood, okay, you will have to get over this fear, this childish fear of the unknown, of reality, of taking on adult responsibility. And the way to do it, okay, here's the trick. Now, how you do it is you think about the pain, the long-term pain, and the bigger pain if you don't do this. All right? You may think, oh, if I have to learn to drive, learning driving is a pain. But what about if I don't know how to drive? It's going to be a bigger pain. Okay? And we now have people in their late teens, early 20s, and too lazy to learn how to drive. You know, I'll just get a Uber. I'll use my mother as a taxi driver. I'm 30 years old. My mother is my taxi driver. I'll just call Uber. And their mobility, okay, is dependent upon other people. And they don't even realize it. They've given their money and then their power to other people, and they become dependent. Or they never left dependency. They never graduated the stage of dependency and ventured into independence. All right, that's how sad their situations are. Instead of getting on a hero's journey to develop themselves, to become a better, stronger, wiser version of themselves, they are on the coward's journey. Becoming a bigger coward with smaller and smaller ability and bigger and bigger fear of the world and too scared to do anything. And then they box themselves in. And their box is getting smaller and smaller instead of getting bigger and bigger. And their muscles are shrinking. They're losing their muscles. And their mind is going to the mush. They got problems. They got bigger and bigger problems. Okay? And they think by running away from their problems will disappear on them. No! When you don't deal with your problems don't disappear on you. All right? Your problems will grow, and when you run away from your problems will come chase after you. Who told you that by not facing your problems will just disappear on their own? Those new agey gurus who's trying to get your money out of you by telling you sweet hot air, sweet nothing. So you pay them, all right? And it's in their best interest that you don't get your problem solved. Because if you did, you wouldn't be giving them any more of your money, wouldn't you? That's why they don't want you to improve. They want you to stay where you are, okay? Remain a child, unable to help yourself, and hoping and wishing your problem will go away. And then because your problems are causing you pain, you just keep on coming to them and giving them money. And then they will tell you a whole bunch of hot air, sweet nothing, give you short-term comfort. And so you go back to not working on your problems. Look, the reality here is the only way to make your problems go away is to overcome them. And the only way to overcome them is to work on them, is to think it through, is to becoming smarter or more capable of your problems. How did humanity move from not even knowing what fire is to knowing how to use the fire, and invented agriculture, so we grow our own food, okay? Animal husbandry, so we have domesticated animals. We have sheep, cows, horses, dogs, and they are all dependent on us, all right? Domesticated animals, they depend on us, okay? And we have them because we utilize them to do whatever we need them to do for our benefit. And then from agriculture, we had industrialization, we had wind power, water power, and then we had a steam engine based on coal. And then we had internal combustion engine, we have electricity, and then we have communication from telegram to telephone to mobile telephone, right? To fax, to email, to video conferencing, to internet, to social media, right? Radio, television, modern medicine, X-ray. Okay, we understood the periodic table. We have material science. We have modern heating, modern air conditioning. We have satellites in the sky, and so on and so forth. We have modern medicine. We're not living longer and longer and longer. Why and how? By figuring our problems out. Okay, imagine men just sit under the tree and complain about their problems. There's not enough to eat. There's nothing to eat. Well, are you going to go gather, find some fruits and roots? Are you going to hunt? You could do either one of them. Or you're going to tend your crops, right? Plant them in spring and then take care of them during summer, and harvest, fall, you're going to have your harvest. Or you could go get a job, okay? Or you could start a business, okay? And it's called solving your problems. It's called put food on the table. Okay, instead of doing any of that productive stuff, okay, Imagine you're hungry, so you just sit there and you just complain that I'm hungry, but you won't lift a finger to solve your problems. How is that going to help you with your problems? How is that going to make you not hungry? And what happens when your problem keep on growing? Okay, you keep on not eating, not able to eat, don't have any food to eat. You will die. It's that simple. All right? So you got problems, you got to deal with it. You got to face it. You got to think about how to overcome it. Right? Should I jump over it, walk around it, drill a hole through it, dig a tunnel under it, whatever it is? How are you going to solve your problems? Sitting there wishing for your problem to disappear, okay, running away from your problem, is suicide. And these people, okay, in order to justify their laziness, their inaction, their child mindset, all right, they have all kinds of justifications like, oh, all your pain and suffering is a result of your desire. Yeah, I desire food. I need to eat. Okay? No, the truth is, all of their problems, all of their pain and their sufferings is a result of their refusal to solve their problems. Is their refusal to help themselves. Is their refusal to lift a finger to do the work, W-O-R-K, to put in the effort to solve their problems. And in order to solve your problems, you need to learn new skills. And in order to learn new skills, you need to expand your thinking. In order to expand your thinking, you need to have your mind stretched, which is painful, which is an endeavor, which is a challenge. All right? And think about agriculture production. Okay, we don't used to produce nearly as much as we do. And 500 years ago, 99% of the population engaged in farming. Today, 21st century, in the industrialized first world, only 1% of the people are engaged in farming. Yet, not only can they feed themselves and feed the other 99% of the population, they also export food to nations that's not yet industrialized. All right? That's the beauty of science progress, okay? And how did we do this? For starters, we improved our understanding of calendar. We were able to get a better, more accurate calendar so we can better manage our planting seasons. And in order to get a more accurate calendar, we had to figure out the Earth rotates around the sun. It is not what the authorities been telling us that the sun rotates around the Earth. And to accept the scientific fact that the Earth rotates around the sun, we have to figure out the authority figures have been lying to us. We have to have a mind stretched into understanding that the authority figures don't always tell the truth for their benefit, not our benefit. That's why they tell us lies. And if you try to challenge them with, no, we think the earth rotates around the sun, they are going to burn you alive to protect them, not you. They don't give a bleep about you. And in order to expand your thinking, okay, you're going to have your mind stretched, which means you will leave, you will depart your comfort zone and venture into the unknown. And the unknown is scary to you. And you would rather stay in what's comfortable. in what's known at home, which is limiting your growth, which means you're stuck. And if you let your fear get the better of you, okay, you will have what we call arrested development, which means you're mentally stuck as a child. You will never grow to the next level into adulthood. And you are missing out on all the fun, all the joy, all the bliss as being an adult, doing the things that you enjoy doing. All right, you'll be stuck unlimited as a child. The thing is, authority and responsibility come hand in hand. This is why we don't give the car key to a 6-year-old. All right? Something bad is going to happen because the 6-year-old is yet to learn responsibility. 16, yes, it's time to slowly, allow them to drive a little bit because they're in the process of learning responsibility. All right? You give them the key to the car, they have the authority to the car, but they're also responsible to the car. The car is now their responsibility. All right? Good and bad and ugly, what's going to happen? They are in charge. But if they have no sense of responsibility, that's like giving the car key to a 6-year-old, something bad is going to happen. It's guaranteed. And if you don't get on this venture, your own personal hero's journey of self-development to the next level, right? You will remain a child. You will be behind a barrier that's created by yourself, for yourself. You built yourself a Berlin Wall to lock yourself in, right? And this is going to create a civil war in your head, which is going to manifest into physical illness in your body that doctors cannot diagnose because the illness, is not in the body. It's in your thinking. And your thinking, your two different competing schools of thought within your head will be ordering your body to attack each other. That's the sad reality of not developing yourself, not living in accordance with nature, all right? It is only natural that you grow up. And big business, evil politicians, and internet scammers, they look at you and they go, easy target, all right? They'll come to you and tell you a whole bunch of hot air, sweet nothing, but they are the exact hot air, sweet nothing that you crave to hear, which is, you're small, you can't help yourself, and let me help you, okay? All you have to do is to give me your money, and then a good thing will happen to you, all right? So you give them money, hoping that what they say is true. And then it turns out time again, they're here to scam you. And that is their profession. And scamming you is their intention from day one. So graduate yourself from children's mindset. Graduate yourself from seeking present hedonism, sensory pleasure, all right? And then moving into deeper meaning, all right? Happiness from deeper meaning. And then you seek bigger and bigger challenges as an adult, right? You solve this problem, you solve more problems, you solve new problems, you become more and more capable, and then you can solve bigger and bigger problems, and then you will enjoy solving bigger and bigger problems. And then you will just live happier and happier and happier. This is going to be a positive self-feeding loop as opposed to a negative, vicious, negative self-feeding loop. And whatever it is you are afraid of, okay? Face your biggest fear, right? Face your biggest challenge. You know what they say? Do the things you fear, it will be the death of the fear. Don't do the things you fear, it will be the death of you. Or as Joseph Campbell would say, the cave, okay, that you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. If you become the slave to your own fears, you will destroy your own potential. Okay, you will live a life of misery. But each time after a struggle, after you defeat the obstacle, okay, it's the best moment of your life. And it's true happiness. And it lasts, okay, as opposed to the sort of short-term sensory pleasure that you get from mind-altering substances, be it sugar or what have you, legal or illegal, okay, or from wasting time like watching TV and so on and so forth. The happiness that you get, all right, from overcoming a challenge, all right, it's a high just like using external substances, but it's a high that you don't crash. If you used external mind-altering substances, you will crash after it. But if you got the high from overcoming a challenge, the high will stay with you forever and ever and ever. So, if you want to play an addictive game, play the game of upward spiral, never-ending personal evolution. All right? Never-ending upward spiral personal evolution. This game is addictive, and then you win all the time. You will never lose because you either win big or you win small. And even if you quote-unquote lose, all right, you're going to learn something if you reflect upon it. And if you reflect on your failures, you will learn profound wisdoms. You know what they say? Failure is the mother of success. All right? So play this game of never-ending upward spiral personal evolution. It's addictive, and it's the only addictive game in town in which you will never lose. The house loses. You win every time. Why go to Las Vegas and play their game, which is designed for you to lose, for them to win, if you can design your own game, which is designed for you to win every time? So, for your own personal long-term perpetual pleasure, right? Embark on your personal hero's journey. Take the road less traveled, all right? Get away from your comfort zone, all right? Take the red pill, not the blue pill. Remember in the movie The Matrix, right? He was asked which pill you want to take. If you want to stay in your comfort zone, you take the blue pill. And if you want the long term, the deeper meaning, all right, something more meaningful with your life, something you never done before, take the red pill, right? So he took the red pill. He went on a journey to discover all this hidden potential that he has always had inside of him that he didn't realize he had them, okay? Now, the other thing is, in today's world, there are big business, politicians, and internet scammers selling you what I would call the fake red pill, which is actually a blue pill. But they tell you it's a red pill, all right? And the telltale sign that it's a fake red pill is they will sell it to you as you will get everything you wanted without the work, without the challenge, without the effort, without the endeavor. That's a sign that it's a scam, right? There is no free lunch. Money doesn't grow on trees. It just doesn't happen like that. Every time you hear someone telling you that this is going to be guaranteed, there's going to be no effort on your part, and then it's just nothing but profit and whatever. You're going to build muscle without lifting weight. I can assure you it's a scam. All right? It's a fake red pill. So be aware and don't get scammed. Are you sick and tired of living in fear, of living in frustration, or you want to do something about it? All right? Do you want to overcome your problems? Do you want to learn the new skills to overcome your problems? Do you want to break out of you the limitations on your thinking so your mind will be stretched? Do you want to do the work that will pay you rewards in the long run, and you'll feel good about it, about the good work that you did for yourself, for other people around you? Okay? You're going to feel good about the wisdom that you are going to gain. And you are going to transition from dependency to independence, to master of your own domain, to the final stage of being the pillar of society. Okay, other people are dependent on you. This is your own personal hero's journey. The sooner you start this journey, the sooner you start this endeavor, the quicker, the earlier you are going to start enjoying the result of your hard work. The more you sit, the more you delay, the slower, the later you will be able to enjoy the benefit. So, what challenges are you facing in your life today? Okay, perhaps you would like to take on a bigger project at work. Perhaps you are seeking a promotion at work. Perhaps you want to take on more responsibilities at work. Perhaps you want to take on leadership responsibilities at work. Perhaps you want to start mentoring and coaching employees who are less experienced than you, say 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, less experienced than you. Okay, you want to start helping them, coaching them, mentoring them. Perhaps you want to change job. Perhaps you want to find a job that's more rewarding. Perhaps this job was your dream job 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, but now you've done all the things that you could do. You learn all the things you could learn at this job with this company. It's time for you to find a challenge that's more challenging, more exciting to you at this stage of your life. And the only way to do that is by going to a different employer. Or perhaps you are thinking about starting your own business. Perhaps you think you have done all there is to do with being an employee, being a corporate citizen, and it's time for you to start your own business. And you think if you don't try it, okay, you will never fully realize your full potential. You are destined to be your own boss and not to stuck as an employee. Okay? Or perhaps you want to expand your business. Perhaps you're facing some business challenges. You don't know what to do. Is this the death of my business, or is this something that I can utilize to expand? You know, every crisis is actually an opportunity. It comes disguised as a danger, but it's actually a golden opportunity for you to pivot onto something else. So, what challenges are you facing? All right, leave them in the comments below. And if you need coaching, okay, my contacts are linked below. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video with all your friends who are also into self-development, helping themselves. All right? So until next time, keep on learning.